You never notice the exact moment someone starts losing respect for you. It doesn't happen during one big fight. It happens slowly. In the way they reply, the way they look at you, the way your presence stops affecting them. And the worst part? Most people react to losing respect in the exact way that destroys even more of it. Stay until the end, because there's one behavior people mistake for love that quietly kills attraction, respect, and emotional value at the same time. Here's the strange thing. People rarely announce when their respect disappears. They just become different. Less careful. Less interested. Less afraid of losing you. And if you don't recognize the signs early, you'll start chasing answers instead of seeing the truth. At the beginning, they text fast. They ask questions. They laugh harder. They care if you're upset. They notice small changes in your mood. Then slowly, you become too available. You start replying instantly every time. You cancel plans for them. You over-explain yourself. You tolerate disrespect because you don't want conflict. And suddenly, the energy changes. Now they take hours to reply. They interrupt you more. They stop apologizing. They assume you'll always stay, no matter how badly they behave. And you sit there confused, wondering, what changed? But the truth is, the moment they realized there were no consequences to losing you, something shifted psychologically. Respect is deeply connected to perceived value. And value is connected to emotional risk. People naturally protect things they feel they could lose. That's why early relationships feel intense. Both people are careful. Both people are trying. But when one person starts overgiving while accepting less and less in return, the balance breaks. Humans are strange. The more someone believes you'll tolerate everything, the less effort they unconsciously feel forced to give. Not always because they're evil. Sometimes because comfort quietly turns into carelessness. And carelessness slowly becomes disrespect. Have you ever noticed this? The more desperate someone becomes for reassurance, the colder the other person often gets. Why? Because desperation changes the emotional dynamic. It stops feeling like connection and starts feeling like obligation. That's where respect begins to die. Here's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to admit. Sometimes people lose respect for you because you lost respect for yourself first. You ignored red flags. You accepted half effort. You stayed silent to keep them comfortable. You abandoned your boundaries just to avoid losing them. And people can feel that. The moment someone realizes you'll betray your own standards to keep them around, your words stop carrying weight. This is why some people get treated badly over and over again. Not because they're weak, but because they keep teaching others. My limits are negotiable. And once that lesson is learned, respect starts collapsing fast. Think about the friend who only calls when they need something. At first, you don't mind. You help them. You answer every time. You make excuses for them. But eventually, they stop seeing you as a person with value. Now you're just emotional convenience. Or maybe it's dating. They cancel plans last minute. You say, "No worries, smiley face." They disappear for 2 days. You say, "It's okay, I understand." They give minimum effort. You reward them with maximum attention. And little by little, they stop taking you seriously. Not because kindness is unattractive, but because endless tolerance removes accountability. There's a difference. A massive difference. And pay attention to this part, because most people completely misunderstand it. Respect is not built by being feared. It's built by emotional self-respect. Quiet confidence. Boundaries. Standards. The ability to walk away from behavior that damages you. That's what changes how people treat you. Not begging harder. Not proving your worth louder. So what should you actually do when you feel respect fading? First, stop over-explaining yourself. People who respect you usually don't need endless convincing. Second, watch actions, not comforting words. Anyone can say, "I'm just busy." Pay attention to consistent behavior instead. Third, bring back consequences. If someone repeatedly disrespects you, your response matters. Not dramatic revenge. Not emotional explosions. Distance. Calmness. Reduced access. Because when people realize nothing changes after bad behavior, they keep repeating it. And finally, ask yourself a brutal question. Am I trying to be loved? Or am I afraid of being left? Because those are not the same thing. And relationships built on fear almost always destroy self-respect first. The moment someone starts losing respect for you usually isn't loud. It's quiet. It's hidden inside the small things you keep excusing. And the dangerous part is this. The longer you tolerate disrespect, the more normal it starts to feel. Never confuse loyalty with self-abandonment. The people who truly value you should never require you to lose yourself just to keep them. And the moment you remember your own value, people suddenly become very aware of how they treat you.